Australia is one of the driest countries on Earth. Due to our changing climate, we're experiencing more frequent and intense drought conditions than previously recorded. With funding from the New South Wales Government, Local Government New South Wales has been able to assist Wagga Wagga City Council and the Namoi Regional Organisation of Councils to trial new technologies to help reduce the demand on local drinking water supplies during drought conditions.
One of our priorities is water for the future. Water for us, we believe, is the enabler for our communities, it's the enabler for business. It's what helps our communities to move and tick along. It's crucial. The project really came about because one of our councils, Wagga Council, had severe water shortages in the height of the drought. And we wanted to have a look at how we might be able to augment that supply by using the recycled water through the sewage treatment plant, municipal functions of councils, but specifically on gravel roads. The funding from the New South Wales Government enabled us to work with LG New South Wales on trialling what that might look like for communities like ours.
Water's life in the rural community. It's extremely important for us to have secure water because it's what makes your population grow. The McDonald River's our water source. As soon as our river stops running, we've got to go into water restrictions. We needed to find a different supply of water, and we had the wastewater from town sitting there and we could not utilise it.
We saw it as a great opportunity to investigate what can be done so that this source of water, this asset, can be made available for the community during those extreme drought conditions.
Our city has struggled in its growth probably over the last 25 years in particular. We've had water restrictions here for 20 months now, and that long tail of drought is still impacting quite heavily. Our local economy is so dependent on water. This project actually brings a really proper, tangible result to reuse wastewater on our rural roadworks and construction works.
In the future, if we are able to use recycled effluent, it would just take the load off our current bore system. We've been very close to exceeding some of our bore licences.
The project's been going for probably over 12 months now. There's a number of stages to the project. Initially, we looked at what recycled water is being used for in New South Wales and across Australia and across the world. We've done a community survey to understand what people across the Namoi think are their attitudes and behaviours to recycled water. Because it is recycled water, there are health and environmental considerations. We'll actually use treated water from the Tamworth and the Wagga treatment plants on a section of gravel road and look at the performance of that and how it will work in practice. There's significant experience across the world that recycled water can be used safely, and I think it's something as Australians in one of the driest continents we need to start and look towards.
Green space in the community is very important. Water usage at the moment, obviously just coming out of a pretty major drought, is high on our priority list.
We were successful in obtaining some grant funding through Local Government New South Wales Increasing Resilience to Climate Change initiative. We've been able to upgrade our irrigation here on one of our larger town water supplied sites. It's a fantastic opportunity to increase the efficiency in the water use here.
With the new system, we're able to put in soil sensors and they measure salinity, temperature and water usage. And you get a master computer and it connects to all the controllers around town, and then we're able to log on and we can turn on any irrigation we need to at any of those allocated sports fields. So ultimately we'd like to reduce the amount of potable water or drinking water that we are using to irrigate ovals.
It just means we can do it more efficiently, so we're not just doing a blanket approach to the way we irrigate, which means we're going to save money. It's going to be a better outcome for the community overall.
As managers of public spaces and water supplies across New South Wales, councils have an important role to play in water conservation. I encourage you to learn more about how your council could apply these technologies to secure water supplies for your community now and into the future.